Planners and bullet journals, art projects organized, planner chic.
Well, hello planner babes, and welcome to Organized Planner Chic. I'm Lucinda, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so and select the bell for notifications. I post a recorded video every Friday on planning, journaling, arts and crafts, or self-care, and I post a live video just about every Sunday. And I want to thank all my Patreon members who help make it possible to create videos like this. Well, thank you guys so much. And if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, just go to patreon.com/organizedplannerchic. Okay, planner babes, part 1 of my craft room paper reorganization is all about this corner right here. I am definitely going to have a part 2. It's possible that I'll have a part 3, but I'm going to try to get it done in a couple of videos. We have what I like to call the pretty wall, which I think is just so beautiful, and I'll talk about each aspect of that, and I can also change it up in the future to grow more for storage. But I love pink and green, if you weren't aware. And I just think all of this pink and green is just beautiful. So here on the left, well, the left, the middle, and the right are some containers from Dollar Tree. I actually think I got a few of them from the 99-cent store, but you know Dollar Tree definitely carries them. And 6 of them, I'm pretty positive, at least 6 of them came from Dollar Tree. Some of them definitely did. And then the labels were in a package of 120, and they worked perfectly for my shop or for my craft room. And so here they are all paper scraps. And now let me tell you, these are not all my paper scraps. I have a box full of scraps that are waiting for me to organize them, which will be part of either part 2 or part 3 of this craft room paper organization. But I have them broken up by color. So if it has just a little bit of another color, then I still put it in here. If it's very multicolored, then I'll be doing something else with that in a future video. So here we've got red, and then we've got white and neutrals, and blue, and pink, purple. This one is gray and black, green, yellow, and orange. And then in between them, I'm going to talk about something that goes with them here in just a little bit. But these 2 file folders, they're just the really big, you know, Wonka that I put our tax records in every year. This kind of file folder, I don't remember where I got these. But, you know, I don't like to spend a lot of money on anything, so I either got them from Dollar Tree back whenever you could get a strong kind like that, or I got them from Goodwill. But each one has envelopes from greeting cards, so they're broken up by color. So like this one has, it says here on the label, orange, red, yellow, white envelopes from greeting cards, and then the other colors will go in there. I don't have any other colors right now, so I just wrote envelopes. And these trays I got from Dollar Tree when I first moved here to this home. And so this one has printer paper and sticker paper. And then this one has dotted paper and graph paper, the one at the top, and the bottom one has cardstock. And then here in the center, I've got some coffee filters. And then in that little jar is little small scraps of paper that I make confetti out of. So it's just in a jar, and there's actually plenty of room behind that to put them. Now these shelves are from, I forgot to mention that earlier, are from Walmart. They're actually metal shoe shelves, and they're 2 that I stacked on top of each other. They are such a good deal. I shared them whenever I first moved here and did our We're Moving and setting up my craft room for the first time video. So that's what this stuff is sitting on. And then under there, we've got some shoe boxes. Now I did in the previous video where I shared my Dollar Tree jumbo sticker storage video is where I created the organization for the stickers. So there's a container, a shoe container there on the left with stickers, and container here on the right with stickers. So everything is arranged the same way as that video, so be sure and check it out. I just combined them into 2 containers instead of 3 like I had before. And then here in the center are greeting cards. Now these aren't all of our greeting cards, but they are ones that I'm gonna send out like for Christmas, and then ones that I know I'm going to craft with. And so they are separated here like I did in the previous video for the stickers. So I use the Dollar Tree, let me get one. These Dollar Tree, really, there's like 5 or 6 in a package of the cutting boards, the plastic cutting boards. And I just cut those down to make the little dividers. And then I use those same stickers, those labels from Dollar Tree. And so yeah, I've got the cards for Christmas all together, and then I've got the Thanksgiving ones and fall, because a lot of the fall ones I like to DIY with, like real pretty stuff like that. Look at that. And some of them I will give away also with gifts. But the ones that are like get well and sympathy and birthday, those are all in an area where everyone in my family or my husband and I can both have access to. But he can't have access to these right here, y'all. And then I've got Valentine's Day back there as well. And as I think of other holidays or find other ones that I want to include in here, then I'll do that. And then underneath there, I've got these Dollar Tree pink containers that I got when we first moved here as well. And they are divided by cardboard in this container. And then this one underneath there is watercolor and mixed media books. So it's just pretty full and heavy. So it's at the bottom underneath on the floor. And then the bigger pages or books are down there underneath them. And then over here, I've got plastic. I really had to clean out the plastic in the cardboard containers because there was just way too much in there. And it was just a little insane. And then here at the bottom, I have sketchbooks, and I also have one book that's a sticker sketchbook, like you draw on the shapes are there, but you for the sticker, and then they're completely blank and you draw on them. And then a bunch of sketchbooks, like this one has the most stuff. Yeah, so yep, it's really full. And then they're just sitting on top of these Dollar Tree beautiful green rugs that I got when we first moved here. Yeah. Okay, now my plant was hanging down a lot further before, if you've seen any of my previous videos, and I just shortened the yarn that's actually Dollar Tree yarn that I worked with on this basket from Goodwill, some Dollar Tree ribbon to hang it up there, but it was hanging quite a bit more and it was covering up the artwork, so I just brought it up a bit higher. And right below it is some of my original artwork. That Give Thanks is the print of an original watercolor that I created for my Patreon members. It was either last year or the year before, I can't remember. And the art on either side, that is actually also from Patreon that I created for my members. But it was different art here before, and I decided to really simplify it. And I think they look really pretty together. That is the original on the left and on the right. And then under that, this has been here forever. It's an original acrylic that my son made for me because I'm originally from Oklahoma. And I bet you guys can guess what these little metal racks are. They are the Dollar Tree cooling racks. Yes, so let me tell you how I approached setting these up. I started with my Dollar Tree jumbo stickers. Well, actually, technically, I started with this basket that has all of my paper pads in it, and more on that later, because I didn't want whatever was hanging to go past that, because it needed to go in this space right here. And so I will link and do the iCard for a previous video where I had organized some stickers, including these Dollar Tree jumbo stickers. So this is the same concept as that, but it's totally different the way that I set it up on the wall. So check that out. But I started with these jumbo stickers to see how far they would hang, and then where I should start my cooling racks. Now at first, as you can see at the bottom, the very first row is a set of 3 Dollar Tree cooling racks that are hanging up vertically, and that worked out for what I have hanging here, but it isn't the best way to have lots of places to hook things. So as you can see right here, by putting them horizontally, you have lots of places that you can hook everything. But I didn't think about that when I started. I was just trying to see how many I could get across this space and, you know, to maximize that. And so I have 3 there. And what I did is I took some S hooks, which you can get at the hardware store. I haven't seen these in this size ever at Dollar Tree. I've seen some videos where there's been some larger ones, but I've never seen any of them there. But these are some S hooks I actually got mine from the 99-cent store, but they sell them really cheap at the hardware store. And then I just used that to hook into the cooling racks and to hang my jumbo stickers, and I put them in categories. So all of my floral ones are hanging on here, my butterfly ones there, people or faces there, you know, alphabet letters there, etc. And of course I have lots of room to grow, so that if I get more in different categories or different things that I want to put up here, I can do that. But I thought I'd be conservative and give myself room to grow. Then above that, what I did is I put these stencils. So I have, using also S hooks, but if I didn't have an S hook that was big enough for the amount of things that I wanted to put on there, then sometimes I used a Dollar Tree hooks. I forget what you call them, but they're the circles, you know, the metal circle things. This one I actually used the S hook and the metal circle thing. And so I put these on there in categories as well. And so here I have, you know, a large set of Ivy stencils, and then I put all of the alphabets here together, and then I put things that were shapes there, and then all of the ones that were this same size that came in some sets I bought from Walmart a long time ago. I divided those up because there was a bunch of them, and I used some binder clips on the S hooks to hold those. So I just used whatever I had at home. I did not buy any new hooks or anything to hang things, and that worked out really well. And then above that, I have some doilies. So I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to store my doilies. So they're here. This pink set is on a binder clip on an S hook, and the white one is on a different binder clip as well. And then to the left of that, I have just a few little things that are good for reference that haven't really been stored in a way that was, you know, in my face where I would think to even look at them. And so there I have, here on the left, I have a paintbrush guide, which is always really helpful. And then I have my Tombow Dual Brush Pens color chart, and behind it is the tips for blending. And then here I have a color wheel. And then above that, like I said, I have plenty of room to grow, and what I decided to do to start is put up the cards that I get from subscribers. So when previously when I would get cards from subscribers, I would put them with my other greeting cards that I receive from friends and family, because I like to junk journal with them, and that's a way for me to kind of preserve them forever. But what I decided to do going forward is put them up here, and so even as I grow, I can just put them up at the top and go that way. And so here is a complete look at that wall that has plenty of room to grow. Now this basket, I'm not going to talk about much today because it's going to be part of part 2, unless it winds up being part 3 on its own. But it's got all of my paper pads in there, big and small. It's just a really nice, strong basket that I got from Goodwill a long time ago. But more on that in a future video. And that is everything.
Well, before we close today, I want to let you guys know that I am on Instagram at Organized Planner Chic, where I post all of my creative ventures and adventures. I also have 2 Facebook groups. The one for anyone around the world is called Organized Planner Chic Crew, and the local one is called Phoenix Planner Friends for Christ.
I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and comment and share. It really helps my channel a lot. And it tells that YouTube algorithm to recommend my videos, and then we can grow our YouTube family. And I want to remind you guys to always try your best to take care of your physical, spiritual, and mental health. All three areas are super important, and when one area suffers, they all suffer. So you guys pray for me, and I will definitely be praying for you. And if you would like to share that prayer request, be sure and put it in the comments below, or you can always just email me or DM me on Instagram at Organized Planner Chic. Have a blessed day, and until next time, happy planning!